Bobby, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustles seem to rush?
So y'all, we back with another video, man. On UTK20, y'all. UTK20 Season 2, Episode 47. Let's get right to it, y'all. It's lit, boy. So, we going up against the Clippers, bro. Hey, y'all, bro. We playing against Duke Clark, bro. Again, bro. We went up against this team, bro, on episode 31 and episode 1. We play against the Clippers on episode 31. We play against the Clippers on that Christmas matchup, y'all. So yeah, this is my league, my career, y'all. We're on the 46-game winning streak. We're about to be on the 47-game winning streak. Playing against the Clippers on our home court, y'all. Me versus Duke Clark, bro. Smooth versus Duke Clark. Me versus Duke Clark, bro. Smooth, boy.
We're coming to you live from the Staples.
Okay. Yo, the Clippers got the best record, but they not in first place. They in second place. We in first place.
Thanks for joining us. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Paul George is out there with Johnson. And it's Clark in at the 3 side. And for the Lakers,
come on, Davis.
Prez out there with
Smooth.
Then it's G. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Jay in at the 4-man position.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Now, here's George.
Oh, yeah.
It's rebounded by Prez.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top.
Andrew Jones is a point guard because he is a point guard.
If not the best.
Or shooting guard. Well, he a point guard.
Following the bucket by the Lakers. Down low, Leonard kicks to Clark.
Watch out for Duke Clark, bro.
To the paint.
Yeah.
Johnson can't hit.
Yeah.
Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Smooth. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And he can do a lot more damage
to the rim than that
when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little
Clark,
something extra on that one. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Smooth.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Well, Kevin, avoiding turnovers is always important, but he said it's doubly important when you play a team like this that really gets its fuel from transition and steals. To see if they can be careful and still push the envelope. Back to you.
Okay, David, thank you. We'll see if they can execute Greg well enough to beat the good defense.
Yeah, and it's about identifying the right matchup. You always have an advantage somewhere on the floor.
You can bet they've been doing a lot of scouting, really getting a chance to prepare for this game. This should be an interesting game of adjustments.
Here's Leonard. That shot no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in this building. They were able to come out on top.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off. And had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
A slow start for him, bro.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Smooth.
A slow start for Chris. A slow start for the Clippers, bro. Oh, you can't guard me.
He's defended
Can't guard me.
Count that bucket.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And the Clippers call time here. And Smitty, once again, teams are switching defensively more than ever. Side benefit, does that help defenders, you think, preserve some energy and some stamina for the game?
Yeah, I think it does, Kevin. I really think if you have the personnel to be able to switch. Some teams don't, and I think they're copycat leagues. And we see the championship level teams switching, so you think you can. There are some teams, they just got to flat out come out and trap, rotate, and understand, give up shots to guys that you don't shoot a high percentage. And wow, I can't believe that one.
That was incredible.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
First make of the day should finally give them.
Oh my goodness! What a play!
Unbelievable.
Oh, where's my takeover?
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on an 18-4 run right now. To the inside, Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
I'm gonna take it, bro. So y'all know the double team is coming, bro.
They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And it's the Lakers on the break.
With the reverse, winning.
Boom, he jams it straight
With the reverse, winning. Boy, you playing with me, boy.
Good shooting can be contagious. You
With the
see the
reverse,
confidence
winning.
running through this team right now.
Here's Clark. 29 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And he was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's George. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Clippers trail by 20. Here's Clark. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fires, high post. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And how's that? Core move, the killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but Lakers made sure to secure Davis long term. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Johnson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set, and you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you begin to compromise spacing.
Smooth passes to Prez. Oh, good on the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nobody near George. Drops in the trade.
And there's never been any question about George's 3-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Great D that time from Davis.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Basket good. And that's now 20 points for Smooth.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Clark. James covering. Leonard looking over the floor. The 15-footer. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Now a chance to see the NBA leaders in steals. Well, you look at Smooth, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, Kawhi Leonard.
When you've got those two guys out there, both with such quick hands, one hiccup by a ball handler, and they're off to the races.
Down low, here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Jay, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, isn't it? Both teams trading punches. Poke loose. Fast break. The Lakers.
The horse, boy.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Pass to Leonard. On its way from Clark for 2. And that one goes long. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Magic.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends. He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Leonard finds Johnson. The Lakers with the rebound. James got 4 rebounds in this game. There's the lob to Prez. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Here's Johnson.
Get that cheese out of here, boy.
Wing on its way from Clark for 2. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Clark's got 6, and the Lakers call time here. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
James checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Magic Johnson.
Oh, my God.
Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. Pass to Clark. Pushing it up for the finish. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And for the Clippers, they're shooting just 35% to start the game. Beyond the arc.
Oh, no.
Rebounded by the Lakers. The pass to Smooth. Lakers working the ball around now. And it's Davis finishing it off.
AD could have laid that one up, but that's not the statement he just made.
Here's the Clippers. Pass to Beverly. Trying to get open is Kuzma. And that one's good. Beverly.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Bro, quit double teaming. That's all.
To the middle. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Davis converted 3-point play.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already.
He's getting the 3 points the old-fashioned, bro.
They've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The 3 points the old-fashioned, bro. Davis getting the 3 points the old-fashioned way, y'all.
And it's Shamet missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game. Yet
Boy.
another bucket in close.
Luke
That's
Clark.
earning his
You keep
points
playing
today.
me, boy. I'm gonna take over again. Y'all
20
see,
seconds
y'all
left
know
to
the
play in
double
the
team
first
coming
quarter.
again, bro.
Over in the corner, Beverly
No.
launches a three.
Brick.
Here's Zubats. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, big
And those
bad.
are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
On the wing, Davis. And another basket for the Lakers.
With that great length, quick off the
Look
floor,
at Duke Clark, he
rising
rushing.
above to knock it in from mid-range.
Oh, yeah.
Like to have that one back. That's easy money.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Lakers ahead, just
That
dominating.
cheese out of here, boy.
Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother, her.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Stingy on the
Oh,
defense
yo,
end in that
trash.
first
I
quarter.
just wanna
They were
punch
just
your
getting up
face.
into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very
Bro,
aggressive.
bro, don't go.
They've
I'm
just
double
been
team,
the
bro. My
better team
takeover
so
almost
far.
gone. I don't get why
Fueled
y'all
up
double
and
team,
ready to
bro.
go. Let's reset the
Yeah.
lineups courtesy of Gatorade as
Yeah.
the second quarter gets going.
Oh,
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got,
got him.
Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Ivica Zubac is out there with Clark, and it's McDermott in at the three. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the
I
only
got 86
players
already,
to win the
bro.
award in consecutive seasons.
Got his ankles.
Career points ever scored off the bench. Maybe they
I
should
got
just name
86
this
for a
award
reason,
after
bro.
him.
I got 86 for a reason, bro.
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so
David,
much.
you
And boy, is
trash,
he in
bro,
good company.
today.
Shamet kicks to Beverly.
Man, I got 86 for a reason, bro.
Floats one. Here's Zubac. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Just a solid
get that.
performance on the interior. The
Yeah.
rebounding has been off
Bro,
the
come
charts.
on,
Zubac
bro.
the pass to
How you
McDermott.
doing? Oh, yeah, Duke Clark, you.
Here's Clark. 8 points for him.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Oh, my
Especially if
God.
the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Bro.
You know, perimeter
Yo, this game is so boring, bro.
However,
Man, this game
Anthony
is so
Davis,
boring,
an elite
bro.
scorer who still gets it done inside.
With the reverse.
Reverse hit home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
It's like 2K.
So Beverly will
It's
play
trash.
for the Clippers. They
Yeah.
host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 4
I'm
played
trying
at
to get
home
100
for him.
points, bro. 100 points again, bro.
Pass to Zubac.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
stolen by
I
Davis.
like that. Yo, I'm out.
Here's Smooth. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Look at Patrick Beverly's.
Now here's Beverly. He's guarded close. Now the pass to McDermott. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Clark for 3. Rebound by the Lakers. And you look at the top scorers in the league.
Bro.
Too many players, 6'11" or taller.
Let's go.
Anthony Davis, the Greek Freak, and Karl Anthony Towns, the common thread. They can score facing the basket. All three franchise players.
I'm there, Patrick Beverly. What you gonna do?
Here's Beverly.
What you gonna do?
He's
I'm
covered
there.
closely.
I'm there, bro.
Kuzma brings the double team. And then
Big.
Clark slams it in.
I love
If y'all
the
throw
patience Beverly
lobs,
has
we
developed
throw
with the ball
lobs.
in his hands.
If y'all throw
Terrific
lobs,
mind.
we throw lobs.
Floats it up for James. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. The list of contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year.
Yeah,
Every one of these
about to
guys
win
is
the three-point
capable of going
contest.
lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set.
Oh,
I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
You look at
about
James.
to win that three-point
He's going
contest.
to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities and
I'm
All-Star
gonna step
Weekend.
him,
But,
though.
you know,
It's all
maybe he can
good.
do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the
Let
arc.
me get that Magic
Also,
Johnson.
That give him a nice bump. You could see he was setting that up the minute he got his hands on the ball.
Well, you got to know what you're doing if you're going to do it, if you're going to try that, right? Oh, wow.
I'm sure plenty of practice hours went into it, and that has this team fired up.
George with the bounce.
Bro, Paul and guard Magic Johnson,
Over the
bro.
corner,
Go.
Beverly.
No brick.
Off target from outside.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Ooh, you can't guard him. You can't guard him. Oh,
He's
got the
defended
double
by
team.
Hill.
Yo, dookie, some doodles.
Kicks it to Prez.
Oh my, come on, do
Passes
something.
Smooth. Got it
Let's
from
go,
16
boy.
feet. Smooth's got 41.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Yo, shoot that, Patrick Beverly. His
Now here's
face.
Beverly. He's guarded closely.
No brick.
The shot by George, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the
Bro,
scoring,
wow.
but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's George.
Man,
That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Smooth, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Well, lately we have seen star players
man.
changing teams more often. Shorter contracts, player options.
He only
Vinny,
3 for
is
7,
there
bro.
any downside to any of them?
You know, I think the downside is from a fan standpoint, you get invested in a player and he's moved in like 2 or 3 years. I think it should be where if a player wants to sign a longer-term contract with the organization, that should be a rule in play. But right now with these shorter contracts,
get over here, boy.
there's going to always be a lot of movement.
Get it out.
And the Lakers
That
with some
cheese
changes.
out of
Jay
here,
comes
boy.
in for LeBron. And James up
I'm
in
gonna
for
take
Kyle
over
Kuzma.
again. Y'all see, y'all know the
Leonard,
double
he's checked in
team
for the Clippers.
is coming again, bro.
Passes it to Beverly. Some
Yeah,
nice ball
oh, never
movement by
mind.
the Clippers. Leonard, the pass to Beverly.
That's
Nails
big.
the baby hook.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Here's Smooth, and
Boy.
he jams it with authority.
He is a highlight
Dunking on
reel unto
Kawhi
himself,
Leonard.
guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George double teamed. Pass to Harrell. To the paint. Here's Beverly.
Get it
It's
out,
tipped.
boy.
Fast break. The Lakers. Here's Smooth. And he elevates with a slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Low block shot on the way. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his first points of the night.
Man,
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Prez. 3rd in assists, 3rd in steals, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the baskets.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Kevin, is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is in elite company. Outside
Boy, look there.
He kicks it to here. Back to Leonard. Inside. Here's Johnson. That's good. It's Leonard with the assist. And it's 9 points for Johnson.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And finished off by Prez.
That was a great pass once the double team came over. He hit the wide open man perfectly.
Yo, Prez got his takeover, yo.
1:56 left here in the second. Here's Johnson. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
Clock at 6. Second chance shot. The putback. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Lakers #1.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
Here's George. And at last, they get one to fall. George has got 9.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
Baseline try.
That's my shot, boy.
Got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Leonard. Second shot opportunity. And Davis sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Johnson. Offensive rebound.
I don't know.
For 3.
Oh.
Second chance effort. Here's Smooth. And here's James outside. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Tries yet again. Fires for 3.
How is that contested?
Great D that time from Leonard. The Clippers shooting at just about even 40% from the field for the second quarter. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. Here's Smooth. And the bank shot is good. Smooth's got 57 points.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And the Lakers call time here. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of the game.
That's my shot, boy.
And what an avalanche.
Perfect release.
He's been
That's my
absolutely
shot.
ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. They ended up scoring 14 unanswered points, really doing damage early. The effort, the intensity, impressive. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic, that's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority.
We shoot 81% as a team, bro.
You got to protect the rim.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Hart.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their leads.
All right, bro.
Here's
Third
Johnson.
quarter starting.
Davis is out there with Jay. Then there's Prez. Then it's G, and it's Smooth in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greggy lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Outside, George. 5 to shoot. Back to Harrell. Johnson, that's for 2. A rebound by the Lakers. Jay's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
That's tipped, nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the player?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pre-game, like you said, before the season starts, just reinforcing and stating the rules.
And
let's go, boy.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. The pass to Harrell. Outside, George. Here's Clark. James covering. Johnson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's just more for Magic, and for all of his unselfish ways, if he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. One-on-one fast break. Here's Smooth. Good. That's another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Got my tip over again, yo. So y'all know the double team coming again, bro.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubac is checked in. They double him with James. Clark kicks to Zubac. Right side, Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers. James got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Smooth. Feeds it to James. Johnson with the block. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really with all 5 positions.
I don't think the D has an answer for him right now. He is just getting any shot he wants.
The Lakers have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. McDermott's checked in for the Clippers.
Convert 3-point play, boy. I'm getting the 3 points the old-fashioned way, boy.
Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. George dishes to Johnson. Off target from the baseline. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Pass to McDermott. Here's Clark. Clippers moving the ball around. He gets it in there.
Reverse layup.
17 points for Johnson.
Shots are just flowing him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Let's go, boy.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. George looking around.
Ooh.
It doesn't go for him. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here's Smooth.
Smooth. Oh, no. Bro, get that rebound.
But they get it back. Tries again. Kicks it out to James. To the right side. Shot clock at 5. Smooth. And
it's reverse layup.
Amazing.
And
there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Yeah.
Got a piece of it and stolen by LeBron. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Smooth, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Prez. And the Clippers with a change here too. Shamit's checked in.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now the Clippers with it. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan. Is the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Prez comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Smooth subbed in for LeBron. Here's Smooth.
That's my shot, boy. That's my shot.
And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
They need this, and Johnson puts it in. Johnson's got 19 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
That one goes in.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
And another steal for him.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here.
Yo, Duke Clark is cold.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process.
Yeah, I like that.
Winning time.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot.
Splash. With the still big.
And you know, technically, it's a
With the
high
still
percentage
big.
look. But this is why we play the game.
And the Clippers call time here. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
A lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for the Clippers.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
Buries the long range.
Can't leave a 3-point specialist wide open,
He
man.
just seems to be slacking off a
You
little
can't
bit.
leave a 3-point specialist wide open,
In
bro.
the corner.
I'm about to take over again. Y'all see y'all know the double teams coming again, bro.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's
Yikes.
a J.
Let's go, money. It's money, bro.
Watching that
It's
defensive
money.
effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays
We
like
can
that
do
one,
Clark.
allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Shamet on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Smooth. Non-stop scoring machine here.
I think you so good with your ugly. Your face ugly too, bro.
Over to the left wing.
Zubat
No
face
one around
ugly,
him.
bro.
And some very quick points for him
Oh,
on
I'm
that
gonna
possession.
punch his face.
That's his aggressive mentality. Always
Face
ready to
ugly,
shoot.
bro.
And catch
Oh,
a
get
shoot
off me.
situation, McDermott gets
I'll
set.
punch your face.
He's ready to
Catch
fire.
it, bro.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Hey.
There's a minute 40 left in the third. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Bounce pass from Shamet. 6 on the shot clock.
Hey, Duke Clark, you better shoot that ball, boy.
Clark for 3.
Yikes.
Sinks it.
What?
What range from outside.
Man.
Wow. Clark's got
I
15
thought that was
points.
gonna be.
And he finally gets
I thought that was
beyond
gonna be
the arc.
brick.
His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Here's Jay. And another basket for the Lakers.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Yo, I gotta eat that,
Ball's
boy.
not loose. Zubac, the pass to
Mr. Chopper,
Beverly.
Mr. Chopper, Mr. Chopper.
And
Yeah.
sends it back. And
Get
they
it out. Let's
Now
go.
Lakers on the break. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
He saw the opportunity to get an easy bucket on the break and took advantage of it.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game.
Mr. Chopper, Mr. Chopper,
To the
Mr.
inside.
Chopper,
Here's Zubac.
Mr. Chopper.
And Davis pulls it
Yo, I
down.
like that, bro.
Davis has got his
Yeah,
seventh
that's
rebound
funny.
here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Three-pointer.
Splash in your face.
Deep.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Clippers shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. Clark kicks to Zubac.
Mr.
Yeah,
Chopper,
Shamet.
Mr. Chopper. Yo. Alright, yo, we
Here's
can do
Clark.
Clark, bro.
He's got 15.
No, brick.
Beverly from
Brick.
3.
Brick.
The Lakers with
Brick.
the rebound.
Brick.
Davis has got his
Brick.
8th rebound here
Touch
tonight.
your barrels, bro. You trash, boy. Trash. Get off. Get off the court, bro. Get off. Get out, bro. Get him out of here,
From
coach.
deep
Get him out of here,
range,
coach.
And the
Get him
last
out of
second
here, bro.
attempt
You
doesn't
trash.
fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Lakers ahead, opening up a huge.
I missed that 3-pointer, but it's all good, boy. You
Here
about to
now
have
a
a
chance to
fast.
show you.
You about to have a fast
just in the
start,
game,
bro.
And it's presented
You
as
about to have a
always by
fast start
State
in the
Farm.
4th quarter, bro.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on
Where
where
to
to
go with the
ball, and
pass.
how about the
With the
perfect
ball.
delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Bro, I wanna be tripping,
And with
bro.
the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game
Bro.
to become competitive. So for the Clippers right now, Beverly and
he got
Shannon
the
in the
clinch,
backcourt
bro.
together. Doug McDermott
Brick,
is out there.
Danny
with
Green.
Patrick
Oh, never
Patterson.
mind.
It's
Never
Kevin Gillian
mind.
at the 5, roaming the paint.
But Danny
Assists
Green.
like that have typified
trash,
their
bro.
effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Shamet the pass to Kabengele. Now McDermott.
Oh, yeah, do it.
There's the pass to Shamet. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. I wish I could say why.
That one's
Pretty
strange. I mean,
no idea. We got his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Cousins. James comes in for JaVale McGee. Prez is checked in for Bryant.
Patterson,
And Smooth subbed in for Green.
Brick.
Rodney McGruder's checked in for the Clippers.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Here's Smooth. Misses off the left
It's
eye.
all good.
Clippers with the ball.
That boy.
And he
It's Michael Jordan, boy.
taking it hard with one hand.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greggy lures them into a trap on
Bro,
the
give it
steal,
to me.
and then
About to
bang,
punch your,
right to the
want you to
bucket.
punch your
Great activity
face.
at both
Punch
ends.
the dude's
Great
face.
teamwork
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
like that. That's small rebound.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. From deep.
Splash.
Again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul.
Bro, that's
foul number
that's
2 for
only
him.
my second foul, so
Steve Revenue's
I'm not
playing.
mad.
We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. Mike,
Oh yeah, like
you
that.
think
The
coaches are due for a raise
defense.
those people?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, the players will get a raise, and the guys.
That might take over again, y'all. So y'all know the double team is coming again, bro.
Floats one up.
Oh,
Lakers with the
trash, bro.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
Splash.
Another basket
Oh,
for
this
the
is too
Lakers.
funny.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
The
Oh, look
Clippers
at
have
Patrick
gone
Beverly,
0-3 to
bro.
start
He
the
mad.
fourth quarter.
Look that boy.
Another steal.
Boy, look at that.
And the layup's good off the glass. Smooth's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
Well, look at Patrick Beverly, bro.
Defense is right there.
Oh
It's
yeah, I like that. That's a good defense. I like that.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the
Yo,
score.
just look at him, bro.
Another steal.
Just look at him, bro. Oh,
Here's Smooth.
splash in your face.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
In your
Shouldering the
face.
offense,
In his
Gio really
face.
taking it to the
In his
opposition.
face.
And Smooth is going
In
to
his face.
That's his third foul
I
of the
shot
game.
that three in
Big
his
group
face.
substitution here for the Lakers. Howard.
Yo, Magic Johnson back in the game, bro.
LeBron comes in
Like,
for
wow.
James. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. And it's Bryant in for Prez. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Magic Johnson, he checked in for Patrick Beverly. James, the pass to Smooth. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Now the feed to Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Got him.
Smooth.
Got him.
And again it's the Lakers
Splash.
from deep.
I got him.
Certainly, they are not
I
hesitating.
got him, bro.
Letting it fly from deep here.
I got him winning, bro. Okay,
Knocked
boy.
away. Now the Lakers on the break. Goes up.
The hard shooting, boy.
They just won't miss.
The hard shooting,
This
boy.
is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Johnson right side. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Big.
Johnson's got 25 points in the game.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Oh, wow!
That was nice. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Smooth, and yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Johnson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Johnson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And the Lakers call time here. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles, and all we want to talk about if we're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss, and I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
Reverse layup, bro. I'm too good.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Whoa.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting with the
whole scene, boy. With the whole scene, boy.
Terrific vision there with that pass. Hit his teammate perfectly in transition.
So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Smooth, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did, up high and down hard on the windmill flush. Here's Johnson, he wants it again.
He just snatched that ball out of his hand, bro.
So far, that's 6.
He just snatched that ball out of his hand, bro.
Love the hustle.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
Magruder passes to McDermott. Now Johnson. Clippers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Smooth. Another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well. What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. The Clippers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Johnson. Looking to end the run, and he sinks the layup. Johnson's got 29.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Here's Smooth. Some solid defense from Johnson.
And the pressure he put on that shot.
Forced miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $2k. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school.
My teammates,
what do you think of that?
My players,
I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up. And I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
And he's done the job here all day. Just continues to grab rebounds. What a game for him.
And Patterson kicks to Shamet. They get it back, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. 1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Tipped away. And here comes the break. Here's Smooth, and he dunks it down.
How about in transition, the long reach of Davis gets the steal, gets him going.
In the corner, Shamet with it. Over Bryant. And that one is back iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And his performance today, guys, is really a thing of beauty. A triple-double for him today. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Smooth.
An all-around dominant performance. Only certain guys can do this. Complete control, 3 phases of the game. Congrats, a triple-double.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time 3.
Here's Shamet.
Yeah, boy.
It's rebounded by Prez.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, find another option.
The triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Here's Smooth, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
To the middle. Here's Shamet.
Bro, get it out. Get that cheese out of here, boy. Shoot it.
To end the run, he takes it up and lays it in.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but
bro,
times
so
have
y'all
changed.
double team come with the game over, so...
Here's Smooth.
Watch I shoot this through his face.
Top of the key.
2-point.
Off on that one.
If I would like to do it right, that's bad to too, but turn the post and kick me. So you never say, yo, go follow you against Royal, Antonio, Electric 593. That's a fact to my second chain, Antonio Peace. Peace out, brother. I'll see y'all in my next video. See y'all. Hold on, bro. I mean, wait, hold on, bro. Magic Johnson had 29 points. Dude, Clark had 15 points.
Have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing it.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The cheese out of you, boy.
Do not have the amount yet. See, I come from a place where them don't usually amount. Boarded up houses across from the suburbs. That's in the street like the north and the south. Because society got them running in your mother's house. The yellow your covers, there's no undercovers that's pointing at they
Bro,
okay, stand up and dance with me. each other to each other, but dealing with others, dealing with the facts, make it wonder who you have my back when the storm thunder. He gon' take the cook and make it, ain't no thinking twice.
Alright, bro, got my VC. Next game, y'all, we going against the Trailblazers.
Something like it's cousin, that's the way of life. Nothing's ever promised, but I got a beautiful smile. Honestly, I forgot how. Since I put my since I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while. I'm in the band of town. Debating about who.
Peace out, Olivia. I'll see y'all in my next video.